Okay. Now, how about international growth? And when you talk about growth, to what extent are you going to be? I understand what you get about half of your revenues already from outside the U.S. How do you see that proportion changing over the next year or three?
Well, the international population is a really, really big part of the Second Life resident base, as you said. And the remarkable thing is that many of those international users have come when our website, the client, and our support materials are in English. So those are people who have had to work extra hard to be part of the Second Life community, and that's incredibly impressive. But around the time I joined, we started working really hard to internationalize the technology and also to localize the content. And through the hard work of hundreds of resident volunteers, we've been localizing our viewer in the major languages and also website and the support materials you find in knowledge base and on the wiki. So we've been doing a lot to make it easier for our international residents. I want to point out one thing about international, which is really, really a wonderful thing. If you're a big social media property, particularly one that's reliant on advertising for its primary revenue stream, and that's not Linden Lab or Second Life, but if you're one of those properties and you start rolling out servers to serve people in far-off markets, the only way you're going to monetize those users in a traditional sense is by hiring an ad sales force, which means it's very hard for social media properties to monetize international users and to make a business of it. And the beauty of Second Life, and it was a stroke of genius, not a stroke of genius from me, but from Philip and the leadership team, was to make the Second Life economy an integral part of the user experience. And because of that, we've been able to grow our international revenues very, very substantially without having to make an investment in staff. Now, one thing that's going to change next year is that the lion's share of our hiring will be outside the United States, and we will begin to move our infrastructure so that it's closer to our end user. And the first place that'll happen probably is Europe.